Good people content, we got a special one for you today. I am here at Tri-C in Cleveland, Ohio, and I've got a good friend with me, y'all. I've got Orlando Watson, director of the Tri-C Jazz Festival here in Cleveland with me. Orlando, what's going on, man?
Man, I'm good, brother. I'm good. Blessed to see you, man.
Man, it's been a while, but it's good to see you. I'm happy to be back here in Cleveland. I'm happy.
Welcome home, man. Welcome home.
Yeah, man, it's good to be back. It's good to be back, and we've got Tri-C JazzFest coming up, which I'm really excited about. But before we get too deep into Tri-C JazzFest, man, I want to talk about you a little bit. So for people who don't know Orlando Watson, the director of the Tri-C JazzFest, man, tell them a little bit about you. Who is Orlando Watson?
Who is Orlando Watson? That is a very layered question, my brother. I'm a father, husband. I'm a writer, a poet specifically. I write a lot of spoken word poetry. I got a few recordings under my belt. When I'm not doing that, man, I'm sleep, bro. I'm sleep. Sometimes I go to the gym, not as much as I used to in high school, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, kids kick in and the whole dad duty and everything like that. But yeah, man, I got a lot going on, brother.
Yeah.
A lot going on, but blessed though. Blessed for sure.
I'm going to hype you up a little bit. You're being a little modest. I've known you for 20 years or so.
Has it been 20?
Man, isn't that crazy? Since freshman football back in 05.
Man.
So 21.
Golly.
Yeah, we've known each other for 21 years.
Wow.
And it's crazy to think of. But I say that to say I've seen so much of the journey. I remember being at football practice with you, and when we would go to break for water, you'd be on the sideline pretending like you were playing the drums.
I don't remember that, but I believe it.
I remember it.
That's crazy.
I see where you started then, and I see where you're at now, and like I'm amazed at how far you've come. Are you amazed at how far you've come and working your way all the way from there to now being a director of a major music festival?
Yes, in a way.
Yeah.
That's funny about me playing drums on the side. That's so funny. But yeah, man, to answer your question, I am amazed, in awe, honored to be doing this, period, but honored to be doing it in my city where I came from. You know, I went to Pittsburgh for 3 years, did it there, but to be back home doing what I love with people who I love to listen to, love to work with, it is quite amazing. And I'm honestly, if I could be 100% with you, if I can keep it a bean, I'm still grasping the reality of it all. I've only been back home since November, man. So ever since I touched down, it's been go, 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 go. So I haven't really had a lot of time to decompress and take it all in, like the magnitude of this role, the magnitude of this responsibility, the imprint of the festival, not just in Northeast Ohio, but
globally.
Globally. Yeah. You said it, not me.
No, globally. I mean, we're going to get to it, but there's major globally recognized Grammy Award-winning artists. Man. Like this is a major music festival.
Yeah. Come July.
Yeah.
July 1, I'll be able to be like, wow.
Yeah.
This is, thank God, man. So yeah.
No, for sure. I was thinking about this. So, you know, you've made your way to executive director, but there were so many different iterations over Orlando Watson, and a lot of them were musicians or spoken word artists. Like, talk a little bit about that part of your journey. And my memory of your journey is that you started off as kind of a spoken word artist. How did that start? Where did that inspiration come from?
Yeah, well, poetry came after drums.
Okay.
Right. So there was a time when I played football for 1 year.
Yeah. Me and you both. That's all we can handle.
That's 1 year.
It was too cold for us.
Listen, that part. But I also remember, I don't know if it was Don Day or, I don't even remember who our football coach was.
Belansky. Yeah, Belansky.
But one of them came to me. I had to make a decision because the schedules were conflicting. Like, you can do football or you can do marching band, varsity marching band. And that wasn't really
That was an easy decision for you.
So after that first year of freshman football, I was like, marching band.
For me, they were like, you can keep playing, but you're not going to play a lot. I was like, I'm going to go try this basketball.
Hey, don't feel bad. We all got our paths, brother.
Man, it wasn't for me. No, it's too cold out here.
Man, listen, so I had to make that decision early on. So for me, it was always music, always drums. section leader of the marching band. And that just kind of evolved into me getting into writing and recording. And that piece came from me being exposed to some amazing drummers in Cleveland. So the more I played, the more developed my network became. And I was like, I'm really good, but these cats
can play.
Another level. So I was like, how can I position myself to add value to music on that level in my own way? And I think that's kind of how I got started in writing. My first poem, one of my first poems was inspired by a young lady I used to talk to way back in the day.
Yeah. We're not going to plug her.
Yeah, God bless her. But, after I read it to her, I got her reaction. I was like, wow, I might be all right at this. Then I just kept writing. And Joe Rock, man.
Of course,
Did we have that class together?
Creative writing? Yeah. At least one of those years we were in that class together. Absolutely. Shouts out to Joe Rock, man. He was great.
Shout out to Joe Rock, man. Truly changed my life. But that creative writing class really opened up my mind and my world to what was possible with words and how they impact people. So I just weaseled on down that hole, man, and that led me to the B-side on Coventry, just performing there, sneaking in. I was 16, 17,
Yep, I was going to get to that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I've been this side since
freshman football when we was 14.
Seriously, man.
Yep.
So it kind of worked out in my favor. But then that led me to hosting Lyrical Rhythms at, Grog Shop and B-side. So everything really has just been a full circle moment.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's been fun to watch the journey from, we went to high school together, have always stayed in touch. Social media has given us ways to stay connected. So it's been cool to watch. Were there artists that you were inspired by? Like, I always thought of you, and I know this is a guy that I know you got to connect with a little bit, but like, you reminded me of Common with like the way you tied spoken word into music a lot. Were there artists like that inspired you when you were younger?
1,000%.
Yeah.
Common is Mount Rushmore. Got you. Definitely one of my hugest inspirations. I met Common at Tri-C. Before I started working there, I was they had brought me on as a contractor to teach a spoken word program for youth during the summer camp. For the jazz summer camp. And Common was one of the performers for the festival. I think this was 2018, because I started working at Tri-C for the first time in 2019. So 2018. And Common got done with his set. I think it was at Ohio Theater or State Theater, but at Playhouse Square. He comes off stage. I talked to him for a minute. I asked him about one of his lines in one of his songs. He answered my question I've been thinking about for years. Yeah. Gave me confirmation on that, took a photo, and I thought that was it. You know what I'm saying? But a couple years later, I think 2 or 3 years later, I got a call to write for his album. Wow. Yeah. I don't know if I knew that. Yeah, man. It's a funny story, but I got the call. I wrote it. My wife was like, it's amazing, but I think you should record one more take. And I was like, nah, this is a take. This is a take. He gonna love it. I was so confident. Sent it. It was not the take. It ain't it. This ain't it. It was not the take. But shout out to my boy Kareem Riggins, man. He pieced that together. He was producing the album. He was like, I want you to do this for Common and everything like that. But they chose Jessica Caramel, who was also another GOAT in my mind out of Detroit. Yeah, she's a spoken word genius. So yeah, man. It's been a journey for sure. But Common he's up there. Crazy journey. Sure. I'm gonna land a song though. I'm gonna land a song with him. Common. Sure. Check us out. Check my boy. That's right. One feature. That's all we ask for. That's all we need, brother. Intro, interlude, something. We just need a little something. Something, man. For sure. Speak about this, and I want to get more into Cleveland and Cleveland's influence on the Jazz Festival and everything, but I'm curious, how has Cleveland specifically influenced you as an artist? It's everything. Yeah. That's the first answer that comes to mind, but everything artistic that I've done has stemmed from here. And when I have even traveled the world, or, when I was working as the senior director programming in Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh Jazz Fest, I will always try to bring Cleveland or Northeast Ohio artists to be involved in what I was programming. So wherever I go, I take Cleveland with me. I wear it loud and proud. Proud, man. And if you've been following me for any length of time, you've been seeing me hashtag Ohio has it for years.
Yeah.
So one day I'm gonna turn it into some merch or something like that.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Put that in the air now. I like it. Yeah, I'm the same way. I've lived in Tennessee. I've lived in Maryland. I've lived in Indiana. I've traveled all over the U.S. and like I always tell people Cleveland's the best city in the world.
That's it, man. That's
It formed us, it shaped us, and we went to high school in the suburbs, but we always were in the mix in the city doing things as kids. Like I remember going downtown and watching at the time the Indians, now the Guardians games, even as young as 10, 11 years old, just with my friends and like experiencing the city and all that stuff. So
can't beat it, man.
Can't beat it.
Weather is tricky. But it also prepares you for life.
Yeah, very
true.
true.
What I'm saying?
Very true. I think I really do think this. I think there's a resiliency that you learn just with the weather here. Like you have to understand
adaptability,
how
to pivot.
Man, you have to learn how to plan, right? Because you can walk outside and it can be warm, and by the time you get down the road, it can be cold and snowing. Like you have to be able to navigate different things with the weather out here, and then you have to there's a resiliency that comes through. We talked about stopping playing football. Like playing football in the cold on our team that was not very good. It's not fun. You got to be.
Sucked.
Yeah, we were terrible.
Yeah, we was bad,
but you have to have some thick skin to get through that. So, that's fair, man.
Shout out to Cleveland.
Yeah, come on now. Best city in the world.
Best city in the world.
Best city in the world. All right, let's get into the Jazz Festival, man. So I've never been. That's a lie. I've been briefly. This was a long time ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I ran into you there when Samara Joy performed.
Oh, yeah.
Over at Kane Park.
Yep. I was 21.
Okay, 21.
Yeah.
I happened to be in town. My mother had an extra ticket.
That.
We ran into you at Kane Park. But outside of that, I really haven't been.
Yeah.
So for someone that hasn't been before, what can they expect when they come down to Tri-C JazzFest?
Now, it's going to look a lot different than it did.
Yeah, it's evolved a lot since then.
Yes, it's evolved a lot. I have a beautiful team who's been very supportive in helping me get my ideas out of my mind and off the ground and into fruition. So it's going to be a lot there, man. We just partnered with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
Shout out to my guy, Kevin Clayton. He's been amazing, but he serves on our host advisory committee. So we just brokered a partnership with them. So you're going to see a lot of Cavs presence on the footprint. We have our legends there. You know, the Austin Carr, the Jim Jones, Cappy Russell.
The Cleveland Legends, man.
Cleveland Legends going to be there.
Cleveland Legends.
Signing autographs and kissing babies.
I seen those guys as shooters a couple weeks ago when the Cavs were still playing. those are the legends.
They be on the ground in the community,
know what I mean?
Man. I love that for us. But yeah, we have that. So you hear some 216 Sticks. Moondog will be on the footprint,
Love it.
And also my homegirl Alicia Sparks, she'll be serving as our official outdoor MC, and she's the chief of glam for the Cavs. So she's gonna do an amazing job. I'm really excited for her and everything that's going on in her life right now. But outside of that, man, we got 3 different districts, right? We got a refresh district, a family district, and a spotlight district. And each of those districts serve as respective anchors on the outdoor footprint. So it's like its own world inside the overarching Jazz Fest world. So you got a mobile rage room. So if you just want to, let some steam off.
Interesting.
Yeah,
at the Jazz Festival, you have a rage room.
Yes, we got a rage room.
I might have to check that out.
Yeah, check it out, man. It's gonna be worth your time.
That before.
It's super dope.
Okay.
I ain't gonna hold you. It's super dope. I got introduced to it at my college homecoming in Youngstown State. They had it there. I was like, this is really fresh. You go in there with a bat and just tear stuff up,
I've seen people on Instagram just
going crazy,
whooping it.
But you need that, man. Like,
for sure.
Check out the statistics around anxiety, depression, everything like that, man. Music is a safe space. I feel like that would be a nice component to add like a contrast to elevate that, so.
Yeah, and jazz music at times can be chaotic. So
for sure.
You know what I mean? So
free jazz.
Yeah, exactly. So that's an interesting thing to introduce to a jazz festival.
Yeah, we got a mobile rage room, got a massage therapy, line dancing, we got a jazz kitchen to where you can see our president, Dr. Michael Basson, and his lady cooking. Doing cooking demonstrations and passing out, little treats to the audience and things like that. So come eat. We got food trucks, a whole 9. It's literally a list of things that we'll be implementing. That's just on the outdoor footprint this year. We still have ticketed indoor, but for the first time on the outdoor stage, the main stage, we have 4 national artists. Yeah. So it's always just been locals, which I'm standing on that. We're going to continue to build the local and regional artists here, but I wanted those local and regional artists to say, I opened for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? As an artist, I understand the magnitude of that.
It's a huge honor.
Yeah, so on
It's
the
a huge
outdoor,
resume builder.
Oh, man.
All of that.
Easy. So you got Savion Glover, Tito Puente Jr., Nestor Torres, Marquise Hill, Charles Haynes, Weedy Brahma, Mumu Fresh, Nathan Paul Davis. All of those national artists will be on the outdoor footprint for free, 100% free this year. So,
wow.
Yeah, man, just trying to make it more community centered.
For sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So I have my mother and her community of people are jazz people. Like they are people like Nightown. They're people that went to Nightown all the time. That's another one that you used to go to before you was old enough to go to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know, right? keep that on the low. But anyway, it is a jazz community. Her and her friends. It is a jazz community. How important is it to preserve jazz music and to preserve that community? And what is Tri-C and the Jazz Fest role in that?
It's non-negotiable.
Yeah.
For me, yeah, we have to preserve what's already been established for your mom's demographic and people who are what I call jazz purists. Mm-hmm. So whereas I was brought on to create jazz adjacent programming and activations and immersive experiences, I made it very clear that we have to stand on the traditional footprint of what jazz is.
Yeah.
You know, so that's big band, swing, bebop, duo, avant-garde, free jazz, all of that. You will always see that in any festival that I program with Tri-C. So
sure. Yeah. Do you see young people still getting involved in jazz music today? And are there young people at Tri-C that are getting involved in jazz music?
1,000%. Tri-C Jazz Academy.
Okay.
So we starting Monday. Matter of fact, the 15th, we have a two week summer camp intensive.
Yep.
Where it's jazz all day around the clock. And I think we have about 90 students currently enrolled, and that's all under the direction of Dominic Farinacci, who's also on our bill with John Thomas. So it's really cool, man. And what's funny about the students' involvement in all things Tri-C is that's how we lead the pathway, just student minded and education forward. And I think that's what separates us from any other festival or most festivals across the nation. We're at a premier educational music festival. A lot of music festivals just come for the music, come for the food trucks and the drinks, but you're gonna hear our students, everything they learned over those past 2 weeks. We got master classes, Q&A, talkbacks with some of the artists that I discussed are on our lineup and things like that. So you're gonna come have fun, but you're gonna learn, you're gonna leave with something.
Yeah.
Like Denzel said, I'm from around the way, I'm leaving with something.
Yeah, I'm leaving with something.
Some education, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
Yeah, and that leads into my next question. And we talked about this when me and you met 2 or 3 months ago about doing this podcast. Mm-hmm. Tri-C is such an important piece of the Cleveland community, and it's something that has grown so much since you and I were kids. Can you just speak about your experience with Tri-C and talk about how much you've seen in the development and how important Tri-C is to the Cleveland community?
Oh, man, yeah. Tri-C JazzFest is inarguably an anchor to the culture of community and the art of jazz and music at large, right? So it's 47 years. It started in 1980, Mr. Horning, and from there down the road, my old boss, Terry Pond Tremley, the legendary Terry Pond Tremley, took it over, and I served as the associate director from 19 to 22. Learned a lot from her, man. A lot. That could be a podcast all in itself.
Sure.
But yeah, man, it's so important for me to get as many people to the festival as possible, just to show what all Cleveland and Northeast Ohio has to offer, which is really cool because this year, not only has it been a homecoming for me, right, just returning home, it's been none but love and support online, offline, in the stores, here with you.
For sure.
You know
It's going to keep coming too.
Man, I love that. But it was imperative for me to bring home other artists who are from Northeast Ohio. And that's how you got Duran Bernard.
Yep.
He just won the best progressive R&B album.
Incredible album. Incredible
that
album.
boy could sing, man.
Again, that could be another podcast.
That could be a whole nother podcast.
That could be another podcast.
Shout out to Duran.
He's incredible. And We're trying to get him on the pod. Duran. Which, come on, we need you. But we've had other artists, so we've done our Song of the Week podcast, and we've asked other artists to pick songs from other artists, and we've had multiple artists go, man, Duran, cold. He hot. He got something.
He's hot now, but he's been hot for a long time.
Yes.
He used to come to Lyrical Rhythms when I was hosting. I just posted a clip of him singing like in 2014, 2015, man, and just sitting there in sweatpants. You know what I'm saying? It's chilling, man. But he's always had a remarkable ear for music, and his voice is just, that's otherworldly, man. But
for sure.
Duran is one of the ones that's coming home. Lauren Talese, she's a graduate of Cleveland School of the Arts. We got Dominic Farinacci, John Thomas coming home. Hub's Groove, Robert Hubbard and Hub's Groove is doing a legendary tribute to the late, great Gerald and Sean Levert, right? So I'm excited about that. And Ohio players.
Yep.
Ohio players.
We were going to get to it. I wasn't going to let you forget them.
Ohio players. Your mom going to be there?
Come on, man. My mom got tickets before the lineup was announced. My mom goes every year.
That's what's up. She got the early bird tickets.
Man, bro,
cool.
you see my mom when I wasn't living here. You would probably see her more than I would because I know she saw you at. I can't remember what concert she said she saw you at not too long ago, but yeah, my mom goes to all the stuff.
Cool.
Anytime it's live music, she gonna be there.
So
we'll be there together for
cool,
sure.
Man.
Yeah, we're gonna pull up. So you were speaking on the lineup a little bit, man. Like when you are putting together a festival like that, what goes into the process of picking different artists? Because not every artist is the right fit for this.
For sure. Man, you ask questions that could literally be its own episode.
Sure.
So you have to understand the assignment, right? Like A, what your job description entails. B, your style of artistic programming and your sense of community and like what the demographics that you currently have and the demographics that you've been positioned to reach would like to hear and what's popular. And for me personally, as an emerging artist myself, I always try to present at least two artists who you probably don't know. Okay. Or you might have heard of, but they haven't released a full-length album, might be an EP or a single, but we did this with Samara Joy. Okay. In 2021. Did you have any idea who she was?
Again, I talk about my mother on my podcast all the time. Did. My mother loved her. So again, that's why I was there with her. Like, because we live right around the corner from Kane Park. Yeah. So I was in town. Tri-C JazzFest wasn't on my mind when I was in town this weekend.
That's honest.
You know what I mean? I wasn't living here, so I just happened to be in town. Right. And she's like, man, you got to come with me to go see this girl, Samara Joy. She this, she that. And my mom gets dramatic when she talks about her.
I love it.
So I hadn't heard of her. But I had heard of her through my mother, but had I not had a mother that loved jazz music, I probably wouldn't have.
Right. But listen, Samara joined us at Kane Park for the Jazz Fest in 21. No awards, no nomination. Yeah. She was on a small circuit.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And she killed it.
Bro, after that festival, I'm not saying that Tri-C had anything to do with her, her rising star, but she like swept the Grammys, man. Now she's like 5, 6, 7, 8 Grammys in, you know what I'm saying? So it's things like that I try to like look for, like the star power in talent who we can say like, Tri-C presented them. Yeah, beforehand.
Okay, so give me a couple names. Who are a few names that you think are on that trajectory? Because I remember sitting there again. We ran into each other at the Samara Joy show, and I'm like, bro, she is good. Like I hadn't heard her before. You're like, man, she's about to take off. Yeah. So if you had to pick a couple, one or two, who are some that are performing this year that because I don't know everybody. I'm not in the jazz scene as much. Give me a couple that you think might be on their way up. Give me at least one. Doesn't have to be two. Give me at least one that you think people are sleeping on.
I'll give you two.
Okay.
One out of Pittsburgh. Her name is Anya Nancy. Okay. She just released a project called Sounds Like Honey, and she's great. Okay. And I think what gives her some advantage and leverage is that she's a songwriter. Mm-hmm. So, in R&B and gospel, hip hop even, we discover that a lot of times people don't write their own lyrics. It's not their own experience, but that girl can write. Yeah. She has a pen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In addition to her voice, she truly sounds like honey. That's the name of her album. But I don't know why she named it that way, but she really sounds like honey.
Did you see Omarion did, I can't remember the name of the podcast, but he did a podcast recently, and he said something similar to what you just said. He said, the bones of R&B music and jazz music and vocalists is he's like, you gotta have the pen. You gotta be able to write it first.
Gotta be a writer.
And he's absolutely right. Like all of those artists that we really think of as some of the legendary ones, it starts here.
Yeah.
It starts here.
Yeah. So that's
so what was her name? Anya
Nancy.
Anya Nancy.
Out of Pittsburgh.
Okay. And you said you got one more for us?
Yeah, if I had to pick just one on the lineup from Cleveland, I would say Nathan Paul Davis.
Okay.
Brilliant composer. He's actually a faculty member for the Tri-C Jazz Academy.
Gotcha.
But he's featured, it's not even his own set, but he's featured on Weedy Brahma's set. Weedy Brahma Hands of Time featuring Moo Fresh. So he's going to sit in with them, but he's quite literally one of the best saxophonists that I know personally, and I've heard. I listen to a lot of sax.
Sure.
So he's incredible composer. He writes as well. His compositions is just far out, but delicate and detailed enough for common listeners to understand and appreciate it as well.
Yeah.
But if you're a musician, you would really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Heck shit, man. Yeah. So Nathan Paul Davis, Anya Nancy, only because you told me I can only listen to.
Hey, if you got more, go for it. If you got more for it, go for it.
Yeah, man.
But no, so. And as someone who loves a music festival, I think what's cool about going to music festivals is obviously like you buy the ticket for the headliner because that's just kind of how you get your foot in the door. But if you love going to music festivals, you love seeing these artists that you may not be familiar with, or you may say, man, I heard one song by them, but I don't know their whole discography. Let me go check them out. But with that being said, I want to talk about some of the bigger artists. You know, you got Sheila E., Duran Bernard, Ohio Players, Ron Carter, Chris Dave, and the Drumheads. Like, tell me a little bit about those artists, man. We talked about Duran a little bit, but I mean, those are some hard hitters.
Yeah, I mean, a few of those, their legend and discography speaks for themselves. You got Sheila E., dating back to Glamorous Life, dating back to her work with Prince.
Yeah.
Her work with her father, the legendary Pete Escovedo. She just had a tiny desk.
She did
some months ago, maybe a year or so ago.
Not too long ago.
Killed it. Yeah.
Killed
so
it.
Love that for her. She just had a birthday, so happy belated birthday, Madam Sheila.
Happy birthday, Sheila.
And I have a vinyl that I need you to sign. So holla at your boy when I see you.
I need a picture. I need a picture.
But Sheila, the Ohio Players, we're honoring them with Lifetime Achievement Award. It's only 2 remaining members.
Wow.
2 remaining original members, I should say.
For sure.
So wanna give Diamond and Billy Beck their flowers. You know, while they can still smell them. But yeah, I was on the phone with Diamond, the drummer for Ohio Players. I was like, man, would you do us the favor? We'd be so honored to have you. He was like, you know, we ain't played in Cleveland. We ain't played JazzFest. And we ain't played Playhouse Square. He was like, sign me up.
We'll be
I
there.
was like, say less.
Let's go.
Who else? Ron Carter, Mr. Ron Carter, I should say. He is, if you know anything about jazz, if you love jazz, he literally has to be on your Mount Rushmore of composers, specifically jazz bassists. But I heard Mr. Carter in Pittsburgh for the first time in 2022. He took a solo. Brought me to tears.
Really?
Brought me to tears. Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So I was just honored and glad to know that he's, in the space mentally and physically to where he can still tour. Because if I'm not mistaken, he about 89, 90 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. So listen, I'm 34, and at 34, I don't be wanting to get out of bed.
Listen, we were just talking about it before we started recording.
I'm like,
Yeah.
So, but he's on the road. He's still playing. He just released an album with legendary Ricky Dillard.
Okay.
They still got like a gospel jazz album they released, and it's amazing. So I'm honored to present him, but I'm excited to meet him. So I got to keep my composure. You know
man,
what I'm saying?
But I feel
it's a part
you.
of the job, man.
Yeah.
So keep it cool.
Bro, it's cool to hear and listen to you talk about this because, like, you beam with energy. Like, you can tell how much this means to you. You can tell how excited you are about it. And no surprise, knowing your background in music. I'm curious, man, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you are not only the youngest, but also the first African-American executive director of the Tri-C Jazz Festival. Am I right?
That's what I'm being told.
Okay. Tell me how that feels, man. That is not to be slept on as a major accomplishment.
Yeah, man. That's I almost get emotional when I think about it, man, because I think about you dating me. You said, we've been knowing each other for 21 years. But we've known each other a long time, man, just thinking about where I come from. Man, I'm just a young black kid from Lynn Harbor, man, 140th to be exact. And, you know, just thinking about how many people I grew up with who aren't here, literally in the physical, you know, whether it be gang violence, gun violence, you know, drugs, you know, locked up in prison and things like that. But, man, I've been up and down Woodland and up and down Kinsman my whole life, you know what I'm saying? So it's an honor, and it's important for me to be the representation that I didn't have or even know I needed or knew I needed at that point in my life. So I take it very seriously, man. And, you know, as a black young man, as a, you know, black and brown young man, I think it's very important for kids, youth, and even adults to understand the possibilities of what can be, what I can do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like God just placed me here, you know, without having, like you said, I'm the first one, so I didn't have a model or an example,
right? Exactly.
You know, to learn from in that regard.
You are the architect,
man. So I just thank God for His favor, His grace, man, and we're gonna see where this leads. But yeah, for sure.
Tell me this. Like 5 years from now, what do you want to see Tri-C Jazz Festival look like?
Well, 5 years, that's a great question. I got quite a few things up my sleeve, and I program 2 to 3 years out.
Okay.
So I'm already in 2028 with the themes, the artists I want to reach out to, some of whom I've already been in contact with to get some dates held on the calendar. But in 2029 is our 50th. It's our 50th anniversary. So that's the year that I really want to blow up the city in a major way. I've had plenty of conversations with Michael Baston, Dr. Baston, the president of Tri-C, and he's let me know exactly how he wants it to be, how he wants it to look. So it's up to me to bring these things to fruition. And I think, you know, by 2029, I think we'll be in a good space.
I like it. I'm sure. I bet you'll get there before then.
Man, thank you, brother. We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
When Tri-C Jazz Festival is over this year, so on the 27th, when the last performer closes the stage, what do you want people to feel they got from that experience?
Community, renewed energy, discovery, leaving with somebody you didn't know, you know, but now you're a fan, whether it be local or national. Good food. Yeah. Get a couple drinks, if you will. That's how you like to do it, you know.
Just 1 or 2 adult beverages.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But just a time where we could all come together and acknowledge that music is a universal language that puts us all in the mood, right? But puts us all in a space to where we can appreciate, enjoy not only the art, but each other, regardless of demographics, racial, political affiliations, whatever. It's like, if I'm sitting next to you, listening to Ron Carter, listening to Sheila E. Duran, whatever, like, let's just enjoy the 60 to 75 minutes and put everything aside. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But after that, on the 28th of June, you know, we back to America as usual.
For sure. Back to it.
Back to it.
Back to it.
But, you know, I think that's the beautiful thing about music. It's just it's a healing agent, man. It's no way around that. It just heals us. And I'm just grateful. I'm probably going to receive more from it than anybody else will, just to see that, you know, me and my team were able to bring together the community on this level, on this scale, successfully. So, well, on behalf of the city, man, we want to thank you for putting it together. I thank y'all.
Man, we're looking forward to it.
Thank you.
So it's going to be an absolutely awesome weekend. You got any thoughts before we get out of here, man? I know you got wife and kids to go take care of.
Man, thoughts. Purchase your tickets.
Yep.
June 25th through the 27th, Playhouse Square. Now, this is a hybrid festival, so everything indoors is ticketed. Everything outdoors is free, open to the community, open to the public. Bring your mama, bring your sister, your cousins, your in-laws. Bring them all. Bring them all. Food trucks, everything. It's something for everybody. I'll put my stamp on it. I mean that. So, see you there.
Yeah, absolutely. And as he said, June 25th, 26th, and 27th.
That's right.
Make sure you get down to the Tri-C Jazz Festival. I want to thank my guy, man. I want to thank Orlando Watson for doing this with me. It's been an absolute pleasure. This has been great, man. And I want to thank Tri-C for having me. I want to thank everybody for being so accommodating. And, man, this has been an awesome interview.
Yeah, man. I'm proud of you. Good People Podcast, baby.
Come on, man. I appreciate it. Get down to Tri-C Jazz Festival, 25th, 26th, and 27th. You need to be there. That's all I got, man. Until next time, I'm out of here.
Peace.
Peace.